Welcome back to Maverick How To. Today we're going to do a part install for something that most people don't seem to know much about or have, so I thought, hey, let's give it a try. It's the Can-Am drag blade for their plows. Unlike most people, we're going out, we're plowing snow, it's hard to back drag, you have to go out and do a lot of hand shoveling. My thoughts were, is there a product out there to kind of pull the snow back so you don't have to do as much hand work? Due to the fact that these plows don't have the weight that a truck plow would have, they're very light, and they don't have that down pressure. So I thought let's give this product a try, see what happens, and go with that. We're going to do the install on it, and maybe open up a little bit of information to anybody that hasn't used it before. I mean, personally, I'm looking forward to hoping that it's going to really do what it needs to do for me. A little bit less handwork. So let's get at it and see what happens with this install. Thanks for watching. Here we go. Okay, to start, I have included the picture of off the website for anybody that might be interested in this to purchase it. They'll know exactly what to look for. Okay, let's get this thing unpackaged. Well, we got our instructions, which Can-Am always has the worst instructions I've ever seen out of any manufacturer. Parts bag, some foam. Heavy piece of steel here. Gonna take some abuse doing the plowing. Glad to see it's not flimsy. Add a little extra weight to the blade too. That should help with the back dragging. All right, that's the contents of the box and what we will be installing today. So let's get at it. Okay, one of the things that I found the easiest way to do this is there was no instructions in the packaging, just a parts list and a bunch of legal stuff that no one ever reads. But if you go to the BRP installations site for Can-Am, type in the part number, which I have, what I read back earlier, the 715007794. Scroll down to where you see the back drag part. Click on that. I'm going to throw in some of the screenshots I have for you guys to see the instructions, but that's what I did. Okay, the first step is to orient the main blade piece as so. Then you're going to take this wing piece here. Now this is where it gets down to vehicle specific. I have the 60-inch blade. So my setup is going to be right here, where everybody else, if you have a bigger one, it's going to go out even further to account for the width of your blade. For me personally, I'm going to be putting together the 60-inch wide version. Okay, installing the 60-inch blade here. The directions say middle blade, side blade, M8 by 25 screws with some M8 nylon nuts. These are the screws they're calling for us to use here. I'm going to need 4 for that, and 4 of the nuts here. Okay, the size of the nut here we're going to need is a 13 millimeter. Lining the holes up as so. And we're going to put one here. One right here. And it says to put one here and one right there. Don't go one here. Stay. All right. I'm just going to go with the 25 NM. And like I said, you're going to need a 13 millimeter. 13 millimeter, I'm going to use the drill to speed it up a little bit before we get the torque wrench out, get it close. Torque wrench out. I set it 25 Nm. Good enough. It's going to match what we did here on the other side. Same thing. Okay, we're going back to the torque. 25 Nm. Yeah, I went a little bit over, but I'm not too worried about it. This one I went a little bit under. Okay. Okay, our next step here is to put the brackets on. For my machine, it is the 60-inch steel blade, straight steel blade. And this is the style of bracket they say you need to use. So following the instructions, I got the stuff for the left and right, everything you're going to need for that. We're going to place it on the blade. Next step here, I'm going to take this bracket. We're going to mount it so it'll look like that, but we're going to go with the inner holes, which is this one and this one. I'm going to use these, and they want us to put this bushing in like so. And it's going to look just like that. Throw a nut on here. Yeah, the bushing's not going to stay in there, so just so you know, that's where it goes. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with the other side here. With the inner and outer one of them. Also have your bushing here, but it's going to go, but it's just going to fall out of there, so we'll hold on to that for right now. Then I will check that. Okay. Okay, so we need to remove the springs here. So we got to take this loose and that loose. Okay, I decided to make it easier on myself and flip the plow on its face. So that way you can access these right here. You got to take them out and make sure you save them. You're going to reuse them. You're going to need a 3/4 wrench for each of these here. Okay, I made a mistake here on these brackets. They actually go on the inner holes, not the outer. So you might be figuring that out right now, but that's where we want to put them. I apologize for that, but that's what we got to switch that around. bit skeptical here about how this is going to work. I really have a hard time understanding the instructions with the color-coded system. It's just blue and red, and never had these problems with other companies before with their instructions, but we'll tighten the other side up there and see. Mine has a power actuator here, and it's calling for these different other pieces you have to put on if you have a power actuator, but it's for other brands plus HD push frames. And I need to figure out if I need to put one on, even though Outlander is not specified. Got to make sure so I don't break this expensive piece of equipment. So I'm going to tighten the other one up a little bit here and figure that out. I would say we probably should put them on, even though it doesn't say for the Outlander. I don't know if it will really hurt or not. Really don't want to break it. That's what it's supposed to look like there, I guess. When you flip it up, you're gonna hit right here instead of chance of hitting that thing. That could be very expensive repair. 13 millimeter is what we will need here. I'd like to note it would have been easier to do this up top, but I didn't have anything in the instructions that told me for the Outlander specifically. So without risking putting something on that could cause problems, I've decided to wait. But now you know, if you're watching this before you start, to put this piece on if you have a power actuator for an Outlander ATV. Okay, let's do the other side. Okay, well, that's done. Now we got to tighten these up to the torque that they need to be. Okay, so it looks pretty good so far. I'm still a little worried about that part, but let's get our springs back on. Get it reattached to the plow. We'll check it out. Well, there you have it, folks. Good old fashioned back drag blade works perfectly. Little example at the end there, a little difficult to figure out. The thing to keep in mind is that you might have a different setup than I have, and if that's the case, they are similar, but read the directions. I just wanted anybody to know it does work, and it's pretty nice not have to get out and shovel as much, especially when you got a lot of snow to plow out there. So just keep that in mind. I think it's a good value. It's very heavy and will help add a little extra weight for plowing, and definitely worth the investment. So that's it for Maverick How To today. Another recommended product for the great outdoors. So everyone, stay dry, stay warm, and have a great day.